Alright guys, today we are going to be reacting to struggling to make ends meet. Woman beg for help with bills. This is very the antithesis of feminism. Let's jump in, guys. Shout out to the wall. Great channel, man. Great channel.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how women say they can't handle the burden of running a household, how many complain about having to do everything alone when they bought their house, and how many end up being depressed because of it. We want to invite you to smash that like button and support us in reaching 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year to get our first sand. Without further
But they're broken right now. We're constantly on top of our kids because that is a societal expectation that we have to intensively parent our children at the expense of our own mental health. And we also have to be completely on as workers. Again, we're in this hustle culture where you're constantly driving at work. And so if you're a working woman, you have these two huge expectations that you basically have to meet. And it's exhausting. And it's why we have a mental health crisis. 51% of mothers say that they're anxious and depressed. The CDC released a study saying that the subgroup that is suffering the most anxiety and depression are, working women. You're seeing this in the UK. It's an alcoholism, Adderall addiction. It is on the rise, rising suicide rates of mothers. We're supposed to be martyrs, essentially, or have it all together. And so there's no outlet for us. I say in my book, when working women make a list, it's like their kids.
There's no outlet for us. No, just all social media, TikTok, Instagram, all these groups. You don't have to work. You know very well you don't have to work. You find your husband, you stay at home mom. The thing is that what I notice is the females, modern females, they want to be moms, they want to be workers, and they want to be wife all at the same time. If you go to work and then you come back home and you're trying to take your hat as a worker to put your hat as a mom or a wife, it's too late for that. That's too much for you to handle because that's not your priority. You shouldn't be out just doing this stuff, right? You have to be a mom and a wife, and that's it.
Their partner, their pet, and then themselves. We are last on the list. We do no self-care. And society
Look at this dude, his life,
doesn't
man. This is
expect
bullshit.
that
That's
we
what it
should be
is.
doing. It's seen as being a bad mom or being selfish when we spend time on ourselves.
Yep, exactly.
the biggest consumers of
Exactly. That's some bullshit right there, man. I don't think that's the right statement. It's just, what do they do? You want more money for your time, I guess? I don't know.
I bought a house when I was 26 and fell immediately into poverty. Okay, when I lived with my parents, I was living my best luxury lifestyle. I went to South Korea, bought a 2,000 plane ticket, didn't even blink twice. I went shopping, luxury goods, all that. Was traveling. I was living it up. I felt rich. I had no bills. And I had a full-time 9-to-5 job. I was working as a nurse. Okay, I was killing it. I bought my own house. That first mortgage payment came in and I was like, oh, this is a situation. But at first you think you can handle it, right? Like, what's a couple thou? What's a couple thou? I got it. But then the pipes in my 80-year-old home broke immediately as soon as I bought the house.
Wow.
Wiped out my savings. Then another pipe in a different area of the house broke. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I need help. Then my neighbor's pipe, it was a twin house, her pipe broke. And she didn't believe that her pipe broke, but her pipe broke on my side of the house. So all of that water that was coming down was spraying into my home. And then my water heater broke. When I tell y'all, I went from living in the lap of luxury to destitute immediately. Now, don't get me to fooling y'all, because it was worth it in the long run, because that house is now worth like 2 times what it was worth then. So I'm actually doing pretty good. But at the time, when I tell you I was struggling, I had to go to my parents every other day for dinner because your girl could not feed herself.
You're just unlucky. The majority
Yeah,
of
imagine if you didn't have a parent, man. That you'll be literally living in poverty, and she's doing this snarky. She's trying to be not snarky about it, and it's not coming up genuine. She's trying to make it like a comedy. Now, well, we can see, bro. We can see what's going on. So
There's one video of mine that needs to do well, it's this one. This is the first month I won't be able to afford rent. I'm not a rich person. I don't have a lot of stuff. I have basic household necessities, a couch, a bed, washer, a dryer. That's about it. A car. I don't have a lot of lavish things. I don't go on vacations and I don't spend a lot. Rent's increased from $1,300 to $1,800.
damn.
The food prices are too high. I've cut back on eating because I literally cannot afford food. I've cut back on my favorite snacks, cat food, treats. I'm exhausted all the time from being overworked and underpaid. You don't catch a break when you grow up poor. I don't need much to be happy. I just want to be able to live comfortable. They just really need to catch a break right now. I'm trying so hard and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't have family. I don't have anything to fall back on. I just need one video to blow
Yeah,
up
this
and
time-
it could be life-changing for me.
At this time, you should have just already have a husband. You see how they cannot handle the pressure, man. Like they cannot handle the pressure. At this point, you should have find a husband. That way, you don't have to deal with this.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Look at what
yeah.
women
Yeah, women. When you leave women to their own devices. This is what happened. She's beautiful. You know, she's a very looking. She she have very good home skills. She see everything very clean and nice. You should have found a husband already, lady, because you cannot handle this pressure. At this point, she already had that trauma. Now she has to transfer that trauma to the new relationship. She's gonna have a bad relationship with money.
Can I vent to y'all just real quick? I'm tired of being a homeowner. I am tired of being a homeowner. I'm tired of people telling me owning a home is the best investment you could ever have. I do believe that to be true. That don't change the fact that I'm tired of being a homeowner. I'm tired of the problems that it come with. I'm tired of all the responsibility, hanging on my shoulders. I miss renting. I feel like I had more freedom with renting. Now, I know when you rent, you're paying month to month and all that money is going down the drain. It's not going towards nothing. It's not investing in nothing. I know that. And I don't care. I thought about it so much. Selling my house and going back to live with my mother.
Damn.
Because why not? I don't have kids. I don't have a man. I don't have any drama that I would
Why
bring.
would you buy a house if you're single? Why would you buy a house if you're single? How is for people that just want to leave a legacy to their family? I mean, these feminists they got this idea of buying a house so wrong. You buy a house because you want to leave a legacy to your kids. That's it. Like, it's a power trip for these people, guys.
My mama, and I can pay all her bills. Mind you, my mama still live in the projects and income-based housing. She doesn't pay rent anyway. We'll be over there living like kings and queens.
Entitled mentality.
Jesus Christ. I feel like the only thing that I would miss owning my home or, moving back with my mom or just whatever is the privacy. I do not like people all the time. I do not like noise, But when you move in with somebody or any sort of living adjustment, then you have to understand what that comes with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just tired. Not saying that I will go live back with my mama. Not saying that I will go back renting. Not saying that I'll get a roommate. All those things is an option. I'm just tired of being a homeowner. I'm tired of the issues that arise. And I look left and I look right and the responsibility is still on you. Like, there's just no...
There we go. Accountability is the kryptonite right there. They hate accountability. They hate responsibility. This is why we have to be very careful when it comes down to these topics. We have to be very careful. In their nature, it's not saying that they don't have the intelligence. They do have the intelligence for accountability and responsibility. However, that power, how we had it before, does not rely on the female. What we had is, before, worked for thousands of years. We wanted to change it because we wanted to be progressive. And I will say this, actually put us in a position of regressive. Being regressive. Responsibility is a huge kryptonite, guys. For the female.
I'm so tired. Owning a home, I don't give a damn. Owning a home is not what it used to be.
You
I
have to
used
cut the
to
grass,
take
you have to keep it clean.
pride in owning a home. I want to sell my home bad. Let it be somebody else's problem. And I like my house. Like when I bought it in 2020, it was newly renovated. I bought it during COVID, and I paid pennies for it. And my mortgage is cheap. And I know I shouldn't complain, honey, but I'm still gonna complain because it's mine, and I gotta pay for it, and I'm gonna do whatever it is I want to do. And I'm just tired of the responsibility. If I can only be honest, I feel like I had less responsibility with renting. Like if I had one problem, I can call the landlord. I'm calling the maintenance man. I'm calling somebody else to fix the problem.
Yeah,
I got a
there you
problem
go.
now.
Entitlement. That's entitlement right there.
I can call somebody, but then my phone gonna ring because I gotta fix it.
What a
What
bunch
you
of
need
losers,
is a
huh?
husband. You need
Yeah.
a man to take that stress away, to
That's what I'm saying. That's not your job. Why would you have a house alone? That makes no sense.
get you doing
That makes no sense, guys.
So this girl needs $4,000 by next month so she can move into her new apartment. So how is she going to get the money? TikTok Roses from Live. Watch.
So I need to come up with $4,000 by April 20th in order to secure a cheaper apartment that I'm looking into. They want $250 per cat for a pet deposit. Why do I have 3 cats? $120 for the application fee already. Saw someone else do this on TikTok with their student debt. She went live and everybody donated roses and she was able to pay off $20,000 in student debt.
Jeez.
I think 1 rose counts as $1, so if I get 4,000 roses, I can move into my apartment. That is more affordable. Do I think this is going to work? Absolutely not. But am I going to
I feel
try?
sorry for me.
Yeah,
I feel
because
sorry
I'm
for me. Yeah, things are possible.
out of ideas.
Oh my
Now,
god.
one would think that this wouldn't work, right? Wrong, this actually did work. This was me just looking at her live recently, and she is getting showered with roses left and right. Now, what makes that even more impressive is the fact that she posted that video yesterday, and already it has over 24 million views and over 1.2 million likes. So I had a good feeling that she was going to get roses, but I don't think anybody saw this coming. And I really think she started a movement on TikTok, because now we see other people on TikTok doing the exact same thing. This might be the NPC trend of 2024. But of course, this trend does come with criticisms. People are saying this is a form of cyberbegging.
Yeah,
Others are also wondering why
cyberbegging.
we should
Yeah, I remember that. Cyberbegging, yeah. That's so 2024. Cyberbegging. I'm homeless. Da, da, da. I need, yeah.
pay this stranger money when we ourselves cannot afford to do anything ourselves. But I am very curious to hear what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts to
Disgusting.
sending money to people on TikTok who need to pay off their debts?
Disgusting,
Are you for
bro.
it? Are you against it? And would you do it yourself? Let me know in the comments.
Disgusting, man. Nah. I don't know, man. People do whatever the hell they want, but that's disgusting, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.